So many times in my life, I always felt like I could talk to nobody. Sometimes I felt like that people just didn't understand how I feel because of the situations that I was going through. And sometimes I felt like that they pretended to understand so that way they can get information from me. And there are many times in my life where I felt like God wasn't listening to me because He was silent, because He was distant from me. That's how I felt about God. Couldn't even hear a whisper. Couldn't even feel that He was there. I just felt so alone oftentimes in my life, and sometimes I felt like that nobody was listening to me. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like that nobody ever listens to you? No matter what you say or how good you think it is that you're saying, nobody seems to be listening to you. I hate it when that happens, like you're not even important. And sometimes I feel that way about God. I talk to Him. He knows everything that I'm saying. He knows every word that comes out of my mouth before I even say it. But sometimes I feel like He's not even listening to me. Sometimes when I call out for help and when I'm in trouble, He's distant. It's like He doesn't care sometimes. When I try to call, when I pray, when I actually do make the effort to go to church and pray to Him, He just doesn't, I feel like He just doesn't listen sometimes. And Drake, he has these lyrics. It's the first words that he says in his song, on his new song, Hotline Bling. He says, "You used to call me on my cell phone, late night when you need my love." And I used to call God late night when I needed His love. But now He just, where is He? Why doesn't He listen? I feel like this video is like therapy between me and God. But then I started thinking, I can't hear Him, and if I can't hear Him in my spirit sometimes, so then I started thinking, what if God does have a hotline bling, but it's not through talking, it's not through hearing, it's through seeing, reading from His Word. I have been trying to find so many ways to talk to God and to get Him to listen to me so that I can hear Him once and for all. But I've overlooked that He has already said everything, but it's in the Word of God. And I've missed it. I've missed it. Because He says in Psalms 91 that when you call on Him, He will answer you. He will help you in times of trouble. And He will honor you because He loves you. He will raise you up out of the pit, out of the darkness of life that you're in. So God has a hotline bling, but it's not on a cell phone. It's through the Word of God. And I have found many times, just like Drake, you used to call me on my cell phone late night when you need my love. I would get on my phone and I would look up Bible verses and I would get on the Bible app. And just, when I was going through a hard time, feeling depressed, no one was listening to me. Nobody really cares what I have to say. But obviously God does, because He had everything put down for what He wants to say to me in just a book. In a book. Can you believe that? God wrote a book for me. I've written a book. It's hard to get it published. God had it saved throughout centuries for me, and He has it saved for you. It's just hard to read it, especially in the King James Version. Where art thou, God? Where art thou? Yeah, where art thou, God? Where art thou? Yeah, where art thou? He's right here. Not on a phone, not in the phone, but in the Word of God that He has for me, for us, for everybody that is just willing to pick it up and listen and read it and hear what He has to say. Not actually hear it, but see it and hearing. Seeing is believing, right? When you see it in the Word of God, you can believe it because He's speaking to you. Because I have read things that didn't make a heck of a sense, but when I actually prayed and when I actually studied it and when I actually dug deeper, it started to make sense. Hey, God is speaking to me. God is speaking to you, and all you got to do is listen and see it. You got to see it to believe it. God does have a hotline bling. He has an original hotline bling, and it's in the Bible. That's what I found out. It doesn't matter how many times you pray to Him. It doesn't matter how many times you want Him to listen to you. He's already said it. God has an original hotline bling, and it's the Bible, and He wants to speak to you, but it's so hard to open. It's so hard to pull up that app. Our battery's almost dead. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, All these other apps are blocking the Bible app, are blocking the Hotline Bling. But this is something true, and this is the last part I want to say about this video, and I'm going to close it in right here. You have all these other apps that are blocking the Bible app. And I know many times when we get on Facebook and all this other stuff at midnight, at nighttime, 3 o'clock in the morning, we're depressed, we're thinking about our life, we're thinking about how bad it is. But it's those times at late at night. Now, I know that Facebook and all this other stuff blocks the Bible app because we're clogged up. We want Facebook, we want this other stuff, and sometimes the Bible app gets pushed out of the way. Late night when you need His love, that Bible app is there. When you turn off your phone, in the memory, still there. When you're in Facebook, Bible app's still there. And when you really, really, really need to hear from Him, and you're desperate, you're going to open that app. You're going to open that Bible app. You're going to see. Remember, seeing is believing. You're going to see His Hotline Bling, and it's for you. You used to call Him. You used to pray to Him. But sometimes it's more than words. Sometimes it's by seeing. Not by talking, but by seeing what God has to say. He said, if you call Him, He'll hear you in your time of need, in your time of trouble. But I got that from seeing and reading the Word of God. How do you know that He said that if you don't read it? Look up Psalms 91. That's your challenge, Psalms 91. And you will see how much He cares about you. He sends His angels to protect you, to lift you up. Don't worry. He's got you in His hands, and He's going to take care of you. But remember, it's more than talking, it's more than hearing, it's seeing that counts. Thank you. I got to take this call. What up, babe? Thank you for watching Gene video series. Please hit subscribe. It's right over here or right over here, whichever one. It doesn't matter to you. You can click whichever one. I don't care. And if you like these videos, share them. Share with your friends. Doesn't matter. Hey, you be you, I be me, right? But anyways, thank you for watching, and I love you guys, and bye. Remember, God's original Hotline Bling is the Bible. Look into it. It'll save you time, and it'll save you mouth energy. Yeah, I call it mouth energy. I have ADHD, baby. Yeah!